Well, I guess I need to explain something. Yesterday during the house wash, as I was filming and trying to get a little bit of information so you can kind of see what a low pressure house wash is, I took a lot of film and all this and that, but believe it or not, apparently I didn't have the camera set right or something. I'm not sure what I did, but I did not get the first part where he sprays the house with a cleaning solution. Really not much to it. That big tank that you saw in his trailer, it's half full of water when he shows up, and then there's a gallon of solution of something that when he gets here or to your home, he'll pour that in there and it mixes up, and then he starts that motor that creates pressure in that tank, and then it blows it out. The little sprayer thing he's got connected to the hose, and he walks around your house and he sprays all this on the house. It smells like oranges. It's totally harmless, doesn't hurt plants, doesn't hurt pets or anything like that. And that's the cleaning solution. And then the video actually takes off when he starts rinsing the house off. So I'm just going to apologize. I don't know what I've done, don't know what happened. But I got to take blame for it. I screwed up. So with that being said, let's get on with the show, and you'll see what the house looks like when he starts rinsing the house off. So enjoy. Man, as you can see, they just basically rinse the house off. Of course, it's not very light out here. It's early in the morning. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can. Let me zoom in. The house isn't really that dirty this time, just a lot of bugs stuck on it. And I can see them rolling down the door. I don't know if you guys could catch them or not. If I get closer, I'll show you those same dirty areas or them same buggy areas I showed a while ago. I'll show you the after. See if I can zoom in a little bit, see if you can see some of that. You can see they pretty much wash everything from doors to windows to overhead, right there in the entry. They'll even do your lanai for you inside and out. I think that's all part of the same price because they've done it for me before I had it enclosed, and I never got charged extra for them washing the house and the floors and everything in the lanai. But since we've enclosed it, we don't have them do that anymore because one is our lanai don't get dirty hardly anymore, and the second reason is I don't want to drag all the furniture and stuff out of there. So we pretty much take care of lanai ourselves, which, like I say, since we've enclosed it, it's not a big deal now. Let me back this up a little bit so you can get a perspective of where I'm at. Let me show you something real quick. while I'm walking up here. See that window on top? They're dry already. So I don't know what they use, but it seems like it dries pretty darn quick. This side of the house, the stuff they spray on to clean the house, stays wet for a long time. This whole side of the house here is still dripping wet. So the stuff they use cleans the house off. I mean, it'll look like a brand new house when they're done. Someone was asking here a while back about from the outside how dark do the screens get. Well, the sun's just starting to come in, and if you look, you can kind of see through the door right there, but the screens themselves are pretty dark, and when the sun goes directly in, you can kind of see in, but when the sun gets above, I don't know, 10 o'clock position, probably maybe 9 o'clock, all of this will be shaded like this. And when it's shaded like that, it's pretty much a privacy screen. You don't see in there very much. That over there, if you guys will go down and look at my earlier videos, I had a bamboo plant that I got, and I put it in a pot, and it's a what they call a clumping bamboo. It's sea breeze, and it doesn't spread. It just grows in a circle. I had it in a pot, and that was probably right at 4 years ago. 2 years ago, I took it out of the pot and I transplanted it over there as a little privacy between that end of Lanai and the neighbors and stuff over there. And there it is, 4 years later. It's growing like a weed, as they say. Sometimes I wish I hadn't planted it right there. And now if I have to transplant it, it'd be a little bit of a job. So let's get on with this. Up there, that thing right there, is one of my solar lights that I had put in the house, solar tube. I had two, one in the living room, one in the kitchen. That's what they look like when they get them installed outside. It's just like that. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. Let's see what it is. Now inside that tube is a night light that comes on when it gets dark. So it's kind of weird at night because that little glass dome up there on top, it shines. Okay. We are cleaning the back of the house off now. Like I say, he won't do the lanai because we don't need it anymore. But under normal conditions, when we had a screened-in lanai, and it was an open lanai, we could take all of our furniture on the inside. We just set it out here in the yard, and then he would go inside, and he would spray the chemical in there on that vinyl that's inside the lanai and clean it off and spray it on the floor and just kind of clean things out really good. And they never charged me extra for that. I think the price on this, it went up a little bit in the last couple of years. I think now it's like, I'll get the bill, I'll let you know for sure. But I think it's about $69.95, say $70, or maybe it's $59. I'll have to let you know. Early in the morning is a good time to do this. It's not very hot out. The chemical doesn't evaporate near as fast during the morning. It gives it time to actually settle and work. I've had it done in the afternoon. It works fine, but they have to work a little faster so everything doesn't evaporate on them. You guys can see my shadow on the house standing here. See me right here? This is an interesting tree that I don't even know what kind of tree it is, but it was here when I first bought the house. It was in the front yard, and I dug it out and put it back here. Like most trees in Florida, the roots don't go in the ground very deep. So good hard wind, a lot of rain. They have a tendency to lean over, and you got to constantly prop them up. But anyway, I leave it here because it doesn't really grow very much. It's been here 4 years, and it's about the same size now as it was then. But it's got these interesting berries that in the springtime, when they start growing these berries, whatever they are, they're green. And then as fall comes around, it doesn't seem to shed very many leaves. It does shed a few. You can see here, there's a little yellow one here coming off. It does have a few, but then as fall comes around, the berries start to turn red. And when January or February gets here, these berries will be bright red. And it's about that time of year when robins, we have them in Indiana everywhere, up Midwest or everywhere. But we don't see them down here until they migrate. And as they start to migrate back north, this tree just one day will have 100 robins in it. And they're all eating them berries. And when they leave, this tree will be plucked clean. And then it'll start over in the spring. It'll start growing berries again. I don't remember if it had flowers on it or not. I don't think this tree had flowers, but maybe it did and I just don't remember. But it does shed some leaves. Down there they are. But not a lot. Nothing like up north, but they do shed. And it looks like he's got it done back here. Like he got the windows cleaned off. Yeah. Gutters are clean. I can tell. Gutters are clean. I know on the camera you probably can't tell, but I can see a difference in the gutters. They got that layer of dust and stuff off of them. And some kind of an ooky, kind of a mold, I'll call it, algae growth or something that grows on them. Grows on the side of the house. Camera doesn't pick that up very well. I don't have very much of it this time, but I have had it worse other times. And this chemical takes all that off. And like I say, when it dries around the windows and all that stuff, it'll just look like a brand new house again. Mockingbird. Do you use the same chemical on the bricks? Or is it a different chemical? Or
I either use really the hot water machine.
Oh, really?
All those.
Okay.
It makes a big difference on that. Sometimes I'll use maybe like some bleach. Mainly that hot water machine will just cut right through.
Really?
Up pretty good.
So the last time I did it myself. I used a high pressure washer on it.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
You got the right equipment, the right stuff. The hot water, and I have like this special pressure washing one where I can adjust the pressure right in my hand.
Yeah.
So I'm not using like high pressure. I'm actually using more gallons per minute, which gallons per minute actually cleans better than high pressure. So it cleans faster.
What we're doing now is these, I think I showed you on the other video, all the little mold that was growing on them. He's steam cleaning them. I thought they used a chemical on them, but he said, nah, he said steam will take that stuff right off. So I've never used them before as far as cleaning brick. I've always done it myself, but I used a high pressure washer, and it was a little bit of a job. I mean, it took me probably a completely whole day to do this in the front yard. And he said he'll be done in about 20 minutes. And he charges for cleaning off the brick in the front yard of my house, I think he said $25. So, and you can do that, you don't have to do it twice a year. I do mine about once a year. All summer long you water your grass. That's what causes that kind of mold to grow right there, algae, whatever it is. You know, hot, humid weather, and plus we're watering our yard, and the water gets all over that brick. Well, the water that waters your yard is not clean water, really. It's reclaimed water. It's swamp water, and so that's what they're using to clean to water your yard. And so that swamp water, that dirty water, gets all over them bricks, and I'm sure algae and stuff that comes out of the swamp gets all over these bricks. Pretty much takes care of that. I'll have to wait till it dries, and then he's got some dirt and stuff that blew up on there from the ground. I'll take my garden hose and I'll kind of blow that dirt off of there. Looks a lot cleaner. From what I can see. Hopefully you guys can see the difference, because I can. Yeah. Looks a lot cleaner if you look up in there. See if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Coming right along. Over there, sun's coming up over the house. It's kind of messing with my automatic light. Some years are worse than others, and so if you only do it once a year, you might have some years where it's not so bad. Other years, if you wait once a year, it's just terrible. Especially if you're in the Finney DeSoto area, you're going to get a lot of dust from the construction down there. So I would just recommend, if you got a vinyl home of any kind, especially if you're in the construction area, just do it twice a year. Pay the $60. That's what it costs to wash the house. It's $59. I got the bill, $59.95, $60. So just, I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Just pay the $60 and enjoy your day. Pay the $60 and go golf. Let them do it. The brick edging looks pretty good. Is it perfect? No. I walk down through here showing you the edging. That's dirt. When they do this, that's dirt blowed up there. That's not anything bad. Yeah. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Not so bad. That's, what did I tell you, $25 to do the stackable brick. Darker brick doesn't show that near as bad as the lighter brick. I didn't really think about that, but you have to go with the color coordination that ARC gave me, and these color of brick is one thing that was approved here to match my house. So I hope that helps everybody, and until then, I guess I'll see you all on the other side. So anybody that needs their house washed, for that matter, if you're over there at the Plantation Recreation area and you like to have a motorhome washed or something like that, I'm pretty sure they do that too. Quick, easy, fast. You can go to Lowe's, you can buy the stuff to wash your house. I've bought it, I've used it, not here, but I've used it up north. That stuff does work. But you're not going to get the whole house washed, gutters and all, for, in an hour. The odds are you're going to spend a lot more than $60 on the chemical. And here, I don't know, an hour, he's in, he's out, he's done, $60, and I can go play golf. So until then, you all have a good day. Like I said, I'll see you all on the other side.